are good.
Okay.
Look at that. We did it.
Perfect.
Oh, I'm facing the wrong way, though. Hi, guys. So this is the interview I've been looking forward to today.
Hey, everybody. Jordan Keeley, Peace River North. I got a chance to swing by to get an update from the Ostrich farm here from Universal. And Katie, we've got some new information that's happened in the past week here. So I thought it was great that on my way home I was able to swing by, and then after this I'll be going back to my region, and my wife's got a huge list of chores that I've got to catch up with on my farm.
I bet.
And a big list of constituents that's of concerns and needs that I've got to be able to address as well. So, but it's great seeing you again.
It's good seeing you.
And
Thanks for making a trip back out to the Ostrich farm.
It is the biggest thing. It's great to see the birds alive and dancing and running around. Maybe you would want to give us an update of what's happened just in the past couple of days.
So yesterday we had an amazing adventure to Nelson, and our DCK board members surprised us with really just, they listened. They heard the material we brought. They passed a motion yesterday that they want these birds that would be accepted into their landfills retested after May 15th. So the birds are we're really gonna push that those won't be the controversial PCR tests, but these birds deserve to be retested. If they're gonna accept them, they want proof that these living, beautiful, healthy animals that stand behind us are actually walking around and they're not healthy. So they are healthy. And sorry. Anyways, but it was a big win, and it just sets a precedent, hopefully, for other landfills.
Yeah.
That we can put our suit jackets off and get, we can become we're humans, and this is not right. And we're hoping to set a precedence all around British Columbia that we should take that stand that any animal deserves to be properly tested before euthanized or being murdered or euthanized.
And the CFIA still has the coal order in place. We don't know when that's going to happen. We're really just trying to reach out and bring awareness to everybody that this doesn't have to happen.
No.
There's better options in place, that the CFIA regulations and policies are outdated, and that they should be looked at and revised. And right now we're starting to see, I think I've kicked a little bit of a political hornet's nest. And we're getting reactions, and right now I think you just had a meeting with Scott Anderson, and he's going to try and help out too.
There's been so much in the last couple of days. You have to forgive me. We've had Scott Anderson come out, really advocating for the farm as well. He really wants to work with CFIA, do something that is, putting us more as a research facility. Seeing what we can do for grants and that to get, if we need a barn or whatever we need to be protected here. But that still doesn't, we just want to take this further and fight for all farmers around Canada and revisiting that Stamping Out policy. Yeah. We've had, you here again. We're so privileged to have the Jordan Keeley back. Thank you for that opportunity as well to speak at the legislature or with Lana Poppin. That was amazing. It just, I think we can win by awareness, love, and we can create some pretty big change together.
I think so, and I expressed it when we saw Premier Eby's concerns about that the farm should be properly compensated. I got to say it, but that really pissed me off. The farmers aren't just in it for money. This is a lifestyle, a way of life. These animals have been here a long time, and both you and your mom have been around them for a very long time, and they're not just animals to you. They're family. They have names.
I've watched them grow up, and they've watched me grow up. Yeah, it's been a long adventure.
So I thought it was great that when I expressed that on the last video that I seemed to, I think I just read an article at CBC the past day here that Premier Eby is kind of changing his tune a little bit. So I'd really like it if the Premier could turn around and start fighting for the small farms and all farmers.
Please.
Not necessarily just the ones that have large lobbyists fighting for them, that we have to fight for small farms because they're dropping off at an alarming rate.
They're getting tired. The culling isn't working. We're losing our farmers. And by repopulating those young, naive animals with no immune system that are still exposed to migratory animals, we're just creating, it's a circle that's not going to end. And I think we need to keep our heroes, and some of our biggest heroes are our agricultural sector and our farmers. They dedicate their lives to bringing nutritional food into our homes and for our families every day. We need to protect them. Yeah. So I really appreciate you being here and taking this stance with Universal Ostrich, because you're absolutely right. Yeah.
So I'm not just here for one farm. I'm here to try and fight for all of the farms, including in my own region, all across the province.
Absolutely.
If there are people that need help, as an independent MLA, I have no problems going for the tough subjects and fighting the big fights. That we need politicians to start stepping forward and representing their constituents, and stepping forward and representing all the British Columbians when it comes to being in the legislature. And I'll give a shout out to Scott Anderson that, hey, if you could get the CFIA to do that exemption, I'll buy you a beer, buddy. Have a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Are you guys, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling so overwhelmed with the support. We got Jordan, we got Jacqueline here. I'm feeling good. You know, look at the beautiful people that are surrounding our farm right now. And it's not just for our ostriches. They see the bigger picture, and they're fighting for all the farmers across Canada and around the world that are our heroes. So keep them our heroes. But you have so much of my respect. I appreciate you on the biggest level and what you've done and stood up for. So continue fighting for all the good things, and I appreciate you.
Well, I think one of the biggest things that we've seen as well is that I don't want to be a politician. I don't care about being a career politician. It's not about money or power doing this. Is that I got into it to try and find the fix. And this is a scenario. If we can get this exemption, that'll mean the world to me. And right now, that's what I'll fight for. And when you look at the people that have come around to help support this family and this farm, it's what we have to focus on nowadays, is actually bringing people back together and not being segregated and divided like society, what we see in society right now. That we need leaders to actually step up and be those leaders and help bring people back together and support each other.
And don't ever say that one person can't make a difference, because it takes all of us. If we all think each person can make a difference and we all show up, the difference is made. So don't ever say that one person can't make a difference.
Yay! Yay. All right, you hear that? That's not a politician right there. That's somebody who gives a crap. Can you imagine that there are people that give a crap, that are in places of office, that are willing to risk their reputation to stand up for something that's right? Can you imagine? Weird, eh? Oh, folks, you guys can do something about this. You guys are doing something about it. This is the whole point of the exercise, coming together in a unified fashion. Okay, there are people always going to have dissension and questions, but I would suggest if you have questions, go to the source, find out the answers. Don't just make shit up, okay? And don't propagate stuff you don't understand, okay? Gain understanding. Look into the things. Figure out what you need to do. But don't bash each other, folks. We don't have the time. In Canada, we're under attack. This is a war. This is most certainly a war against our lifestyle, against our ability to be able to just provide for ourselves. You know how it is. It's difficult, man. You know, how are you going to make a living and be able to actually live a life at the same time? Anyway, you can do everything. We can do everything. And that's my cable, and I'm going to go now. Bye. We'll let you know anything happens. You guys will know. Take care. Bye-bye.